Hey YouTube, this is Morgan with Cardfight Onyx Ring, bringing you a deck profile of a friend of mine at Locals, and he uses Grand Blue. Starters.
The main starter is Peter the Ghosty, Counterblast 1, Mill 2, Draw 1. Good for early game and just early mills. We run 2 starters. Second one is Grenage. Good for countercharging when he's hollow, but you gotta be GB. Just countercharge to optimize his plays. Moving on to the grade 3s. We got 3 Lord of the Seven Seas Nightmist.
That's 4 of those.
I mean 4, obviously. He is the more important card and the ideal ride target. So he's a break ride. When you break ride on top of him, Vanguard plus 10 obviously. Call 2 cards from the drop zone, they each gain plus 5 and they die in the end. Great for hitting numbers.
He also gets plus 2 if you have 4 or more Grand Blue rear guards during your turn.
But that's not going to happen
very
often.
Nope.
Then we got 3 7C Sage Plegaton, first skill drop zone, counterblast 2 when he's in the drop zone, superior ride. Good against those nasty stun vanguards, or if you don't have any grade 3s or stride fighters in hand. Then we got, moving on to the grade 2s, 3 7C's Master Swordman / Shade. When he's in the drop zone, counterblast 1. Retire a grade 1 or above. Placed on the rear guard, he gains plus 2. It's good for multi-attacks and just overall really good.
He's an 11k that continues the combo.
Yes, especially with these hollow units like Witch Doctor of the Rotten Seas Negro. Just good for 16k beat stick when you're on GB. If not, if he's not hollow, he's still 11k. Then we got 2 Skeleton Cannoneer against those pesky cards if you want to retire them.
Snipe out a Laurel or something like that.
The Crayon Tigers, any of those competitive stuff. Run 2 Ruin Shade for the early mills, self-explanatory.
Also early game pressure of the 11k without the GB.
If you don't have any rear guards, this is a good one. Then we run 1 Witch Doctor of the Seven Seas Rise Ruler. This is my tech option when it's placed on rear guard. If you have a 7 Seas Vanguard, counterblast 1, choose a card from the drop zone, call it, get gains plus 5.
Mini Nightmist.
Yes, why I don't use this instead of Columbard. Columbard is cloggy, and this one doesn't require a booster.
Play the Columbard. Claw back.
I will, if I take out Ruin Shades, because she's not doing very well for me right now. Because I do suck. Well, next up, grade 1.
Playful banter.
7 Seas, Hellsman, Night Crow. Run 3 instead of 2 just because if I call 3 stand triggers and I have 3 of this in the drop zone, I get boosters for everything, Vanguard and rear guard.
And you get to shuffle the mix back in.
Then run 3 Dancing Cutlass. I find 4 too cloggy. And that's if you want to, you can take 1 out and put the 4th one in. Like I said, it's just run 2 cloggy. You could for early game. Plus he's, turn 2, he's just really good.
Hand me that bag.
For the PGGs, Water Spout Jin. Self-explanatory. You counterblast a lot. You need the unflips. And 4 Tommy the Ghosties.
Your stride deck, kinda, but not really.
Stride. Moving on to
Trigger
triggers.
lineup.
Most important, the stand trigger. This thing's so busted. So when it's placed from the drop zone, if it's hollowed, give a rear guard plus 10.
And then when it leaves the field,
you shuffle it back. But it has to be from the drop zone, not from hand or anything like that.
Easy enough, just guard with it and then call it back out.
For the important crit, Rough Seas Banshee. If you don't get, you can't, if the opponent doesn't let you counterblast and stuff, use this on your Dancing Cutlass turn. So put in Soul plus 1. 4 other crits, you could run Rampage. I only have 2 because, nobody pulls it here. You could run Vanilla crits for boosters, for better numbers, but
most people run Rampage for the Night Rose stride.
You barely run her anyway, because you kill them with Nightmist or Gouge now. 4 heal, self-explanatory. Why aren't you running heals?
Yeah, you
don't be those types of players.
You gotta run heals.
Don't be the types of players.
Alright, on to the G zone.
Nice G zone. 4, loved by the 7 Seas Nightmist. He's mainly your first stride if you get a good drop zone. If not, it's whatever. He's pretty much your main stride. It snowballs you advantage, and if you don't kill him by the fourth one, you got all these other strides you can use.
So he counterblasts 1 if you have a 7Cs, calls 2 from drop, and then kills him at the end of the turn.
I should really say. 2, Miss Phantasm, King
Night Rose.
Counterblast 2 when she attacks, call 2 units. Good
Flip
for
up a copy of
multi-attacks.
her.
Yeah, that's why you run 2. Don't really need 4 because she counterblasts 2 and it really hurts, but those multi-attacks really help.
Oh, the new guy.
Then we run 2 of the new guy. Tempest calling
Pirate King, Go Ash.
I'm just gonna call him from his old name.
Yeah.
This is just a weird name, so counter blast, soul blast 1, choose flip himself over. So soul blast a certain amount, you get to call that amount, and they gain +1 for every face-up G unit. So really good late game. If you have enough soul, you can use him first stride and call multiple cards, more than Nightmist. So it's good for that. Then we run 1 Marshmallow King Obadiah. If you don't have good mills and you have to run into this, it's not
looking good.
not looking good.
But you run him just to get those 3 cards from
But
deck.
you could put in Slash Shade and
Grenache.
multi-attacks and Grenache and all these cards. Plus, if you have him in hand and you have a Grenache, countercharge 2 in the end. So that's why I tech him in on Obadiah's turns.
Still don't have secrets.
1 Pirate King of Secrets, Teams, Bandit Rum. He's an on hit, call 1, +2. It doesn't die in the end, so yeah. 1 Pirate King of the Abyss, Blue Heart. This people will shame me on this card. Oh, what are you doing? You need rear guard circles that are occupied. Well, you have Nitro, and if you have 2 stands, get to call those. Plus, I don't really like the on hit. That's only for when situations.
Well,
come
would
up.
you consider taking out these 2 for 2 more of that?
Maybe.
That's what I would possibly do. I used to play Nightmist.
Because I run Cutlass, I don't have enough soul, and if I use him once on the early turn, it's kind of I use him.
Okay, well, yeah.
Right, yeah. It's hard. It's somewhat hard to beat soul. Plus, if you keep drawing your entire deck, you're in a bad situation anyway. This is somewhat a rush deck. And the one obvious, Air Elemental Seabreeze.
We don't need to explain Seabreeze, I don't think. Everybody knows what Seabreeze
They
does.
should. You should run this card.
There, I'll give you a
Nice
zoom in on its skill.
Nice card.
There you go. Everybody runs a Seabreeze.
1 Dark Elemental Dismal. So, with the new cards right now, this is a nice option. Plus, we have a Dimensional Robo player in our locals that is very sacky. So, this is just good for the resist. 1 Metal Elemental Strike. Because I don't have Aglium, this is the next best thing.
Hagley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then we run 1 Deep Corpse Dragon. If you need to mill, +5. Mill 2, +5. Good G Guardian. Then we run 1 Great Witch Doctor of Negro Lily. So counterblast 1, retire a card, call a ghosty, +10 to your +10 shield.
So,
Just
I got it. Why not more of her?
because you don't want to waste the counterblast.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's fair. You know, everybody plays their deck.
Yeah.
Everybody plays their deck in a different way. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for your deck profile. I'm sure you're probably gonna catch a lot of hate in the comments,
Probably.
but
I'll fine tune it when ARG comes.
but
up.
when we play in locals, most of the time you do pretty well. So, you know, I'm not gonna knock it because I've seen it work out. But everybody plays their deck different ways. So, thanks for watching Cardfight Onyx Ring. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.